Come on up, Mr. Nicholas.
No. Or stuff by the wall there by where the TV's at. The mice have been destroying it. So I thought I'd put it on
What
shelf.
up, man? What's up, man?
Oh, Nicholas Roy, I recognize that one.
Yeah, I'm recording this one.
Alright. Yeah, man.
Okay. Right on. Thanks for coming, guys.
Hey, first of all, welcome to Collecticon. This is the first time we have you at Collecticon.
Yes, man, about time.
Yeah,
How you
do
doing?
it because
Feel
you're
really
so
good, man. It's
relaxed.
good to be here, and yeah, I've been looking forward to being here with you guys for a long time.
Absolutely.
Witten decided, hey, when are you calling me back? Already he's done with the shelving.
What's up?
Okay.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, what's up? Alright, so
And thanks for being here on Easter.
yeah, that's right.
I didn't realize until like a few days ago. I was like, wow, it's gonna be Easter. The days that we're here, I was like, that's crazy. So it's awesome that you guys made it a point to come out.
So they have a choice, right? They could have been out and about at the park, having a good time, barbecue, but they're here with us today.
That's right. That's right.
So, hey, Nick, so you've been doing this for over a decade. You've done multiple voices, Borderlands, right? You've done Call of Duty, which is my favorite game.
That's what's up.
And obviously, iconic Toji, man. So how do you prepare yourself for these, these characters?
It's always different, really. In these different mediums. Video games is one thing. You get the script ahead of time. You get to prepare. You've usually auditioned for these characters and already, before you get hired, you usually audition for them, and you kind of know what they're looking for. And when you get in there, it's just kind of brushing up on what you'd already done a few weeks ago before you got hired for the job. With anime, you're kind of, at least in my experience with anime, most of the anime I've ever done, it got offered to me. I wasn't really typically auditioning for very much anime. It's a studio I worked with a lot. I had a great relationship with them. And so they would just offer me characters. And you kind of like, hey, Nick, we got this thing for you, man. Are you available? Yes. I show up in the studio, and then they hand it to me. And then we just start recording. Like, you get like a few minutes to kind of put things together. Okay, this is what Toji Fushiguro is like. This is his background. We're going to watch a few scenes in Japanese, and then we start recording. So it's very different. You have more time to prepare in video games and very, very little time to prepare in anime. You just kind of got to run and gun in anime.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right. Man, awesome. So look, I think Toji is a very unique character. Would you say, right? How would you describe his relationship with his son, Megami?
You got to understand, I hear the deadbeat dad stuff every day. But you got to understand, how this man was raised, his upbringing. He was tortured by the Zenin clan coming up, right? Imagine what a miracle it would be to come up from that and then know how to love somebody properly. It's not that easy. You can't expect somebody that's been treated that way their whole lives. They're gonna grow up pretty scorned and pretty rough around the edges and not really knowing how to navigate through life properly and not knowing how to love properly. But we did see in the show that he did have love for his son. It was his own way of showing it. First of all, he thought it was best to give his son to a better person who could raise him more proper. That was one thing. But then in the end, in their last scene, when Toji sacrifices himself for his son, that's a whole nother level of love right there, in my opinion, the way he did that, And of course, and if you see the flicker in his eyes in that moment too, his soul was cutting through. It wasn't even really himself in that moment. And as strong as his spirit is, he was able to cut through and realize that was his son and sacrifice himself for his son.
But you think Megami knew that was his dad?
He didn't, unfortunately.
He didn't.
At least from what I know, he didn't know. That's why I'm hoping. For me, there wasn't enough, man. Although that scene was really well done, and I think it was buttoned up really, really nicely. I want to know more about what would happen if if Megami knew, what would be said there, man. That was your dad,
So I'm not caught up with the manga, right? But I am hoping that when Gojo gets unsealed, that somehow, some way, it tells them that was his dad.
Yeah, and I don't read the manga either, so I don't know, man. I'm sure there's somebody out there that knows, maybe, or.
I know we have some JJK fans out there.
Yeah, you guys usually tell me things.
We got Toji fan back there.
Yeah, there he is. Like for example, yesterday, two different people came up to me and told me things I'd never heard before. Number one, and I don't know if you guys can, any of you can second this or you've heard it. Two different people told me, hey man, have you heard the rumors? And I was like, what? What's the rumors? That they're going to make a spin-off. One person told me it was going to be a spin-off of the Zenin clan. And another person told me, like, man, I heard it was a spin-off. It was either going to be on Sukuna or Toji. Their backstory. So,
Oh, please do a Sukuna one. It would be actually nice to do a Sukuna spin-off.
That's the question I was going to ask. Do you think Toji will return?
I do.
Okay.
Man, I've been shooting it out like a rocket into the universe, man, for that thing to happen. So I'm hoping we can manifest this into reality.
Absolutely. All right. So
I'm not hoping. I know we're gonna manifest this into reality.
Yeah. All right. So hey, let's open it up real quick to the audience. If you have a question, again, we do have some raffle tickets. We do have a nice Funko Pop signed by Nicholas. So if you
guys, I've never done this before. This Funko Pop thing. This is gonna be.
Ask him. Yep.
This is gonna be and I'm gonna put a doodle on it. I'm gonna put a quote on it. It's gonna be a maxed out Funko.
All right. Do you have a Hashima coming up here?
All right.
So you voice a lot of people on video games. Do you like doing TV shows or video games more?
Man, I do enjoy both. Financially, I like the American animated series the most because that's kind of the forever money, I guess you could say in many cases. You know, it's like you receive residuals for many years when you do these American animated series. Like Spidey and His Amazing Friends on Disney Junior. It's one of my shows. We're in season 6 right now. Those, you're gonna get. I'm getting season 1 money that was 6 years ago, and you'll continue to get it for who knows, 20 years. It'll trickle down over time, but it can add up to a lot, and so that's kind of the gift that keeps giving about doing these Union American animated series. But for the soul, the anime is really cool, man. It's what you guys care about more so, and it's what makes me want to be here to meet you guys and to hear how this has affected you in some way, or when COVID was happening and times were really weird, your favorite show was this and it really made life better, and those stories we love to hear. It's a byproduct of what I do. I've never thought in any of these days of me being in a studio recording, oh, people are going to love this. This is going to change somebody. You never think those things. I'm just in there acting, which is what I was born a performer. I love doing it. For me, it's like breathing. I can't really live without doing it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't know who I am if I wasn't doing this kind of stuff. So it's a byproduct that it affects you guys in some crazy way sometimes, Thank you. Oh, snap. What's up?
How did the voice actor, being the voice actor of Toji, how did it impact your life?
It actually really did impact my life pretty dramatically. I've said this before, in all the anime I've ever done, I was never really looked at in that light to voice a character like Toji. They looked at me as oh man, he's like a good kid. He could do the Shisui Uchihas who are have a great heart and maybe a tragic story. Or a character like Junpei in season 1, who's a troubled kid that has kind of a tragic story as well. These are the kind of things I was being offered forever. And which makes it double crazy that they would offer me a Toji coming off of Junpei in season 1. I remember when I found out that they were offering me Toji, and I was in the studio, I was like, they hired the right guy? They've never offered me stuff like this before. Really? They were taking a shot on me. They were taking a chance on me with Toji. So it opened a whole new door of what I can do, essentially. Because, it's a thing. Whether it's in acting on camera or in voiceover, you could be kind of set in a certain bracket that they keep you in. It's just keep him right there. So it expanded what I can do to a whole new area of voice acting. Good question. Really good question.
Thank you.
I don't really know if this is stated in the manga, but if Toji was still alive, Do you think that he'll be proud of Maki for killing the Zenin clan?
I think so. I think that's the common ground that he and Maki have, right? We both hate the Zenin.
Yeah.
I think so. And it's cool to see. I don't want to give any spoilers, but it's cool to see what's happening with Maki in season 3. Yeah, that's a good question too. That's me, the voice actors for Maki. We've talked about this before, actually. So it's funny you bring it up.
Yeah.
But that's the one thing. Like, if Toji and Maki bonded on anything, what would it be? Be like, yeah, forget the Zenin. Hell yeah.
I think they'll destroy everybody.
Yeah, that too.
They're incredible.
Yeah.
In the manga, there's like a panel of, or even in the show, it's like it's like Maki, and it's her doing like this, and like does Toji, and I think that's really cool. And like, wow, like this is like Toji, but like a female, and she's like crazy strong, and like she's like killing everyone. It's like what Toji wanted. So I think Toji would be really proud.
I agree.
Great question.
Yeah, another good question, man. Keep them coming. Here we go.
Do you think Toji could take on Super?
100%.
That was
Without a doubt. I love that question.
Really back in my head. I was
It'd
like,
be
wait.
an awesome battle, for sure, man. I really don't know, but I gotta go with my guy. I gotta go with my guy. Man, imagine if
I know
Toji ate one
some
of those
people are
dirty
not gonna
fingers.
like that.
Honestly, that would have been a whole different anime, which would have been.
What would happen there? That'd be very interesting.
Toji versus Sokuna? Oh
Yeah,
no.
no problem.
Awesome. All right.
Who else wants a chance at this Funko Pop?
Alright, so this is kind of a mixed question for you about your feelings.
Sure.
So, how do you feel as Toji against Gojo, and then playing Shisui versus the Danzo? Like, how did that dynamic work for you in both of those games?
Man, I mean, both were obviously tragic in my case. Both of them got me off of 2 different shows. Man, I didn't know what I had with Shisui at the time, to be honest with you. I remember like it was yesterday. I was coming out of a Nickelodeon cartoon I've been recording in this same studio. It's called NFL Rush Zone, and it's about these junior high kids. Crazy show, man. These like 5 junior high kids chosen to protect the NFL against this evil force, right? And I was coming out of a recording session. The main man at the studio approached me. He kind of oversaw everything in the studio. And he approached me and said, "Hey man, have you ever dubbed any anime before?" I said, "No, I haven't." He goes, "Would you want to? It's not a whole lot of money, but it could be steady work." And I said, "Yeah, I'll do it, man. It sounds good." And he offered me Shisui Uchiha in Naruto. And I just remember him saying, it was either him or the director. Somebody said, "Unfortunately, this character doesn't last very long, but has a wonderful story." And I remember in my head going like, "Yeah, right. They're trying to butter me up for this thing, right? Yeah, right. Everybody else is on this show for 100 episodes or more, and they're giving me one with like a few episodes." And then when I got in there and started recording Shisui, I was like, "Man, this is like a really beautiful like display of what a true bond of friendship is, man. Like it doesn't get any stronger than this, right?" So it obviously stunk when I found out that Shisui was done. However. The beauty of Shisui is that he's been able to carry on in all the video games. Didn't see that coming at the time. I just thought it was done, it was over with, it was gone. And I just worked on another one not too long ago, you know what I mean? So that's been the beauty of Shisui. With Toji, it was very bittersweet because Toji is such a great character, and the way he ends is actually kind of written perfectly. However, I was already killed off as Junpei once in season 1. That stunk, because I thought I was going to be part of Jujutsu High. He was supposed to be a mainstay. They put him in the intro. They made everybody believe he was going to be a regular. And then I get kicked off of that show, and then the show's huge. I'm like, man, why'd they get rid of me, man? Everybody else is still on. Geito's still on there. Gojo's still on. They offered me Toji, so it was like, which was out of nowhere. I didn't think I was coming back. They offered me Toji. It was an amazing feeling, finding out that that's who they were offering me. And then it was another short ride, But then they put me in the video game on that one too, which was cool. Toji's got a great role in the video game.
He does. All right, great question. All right, one last question. This is from me, okay?
Heck yeah.
What is your favorite scene in JJK?
It's a tough one, but it's got to be.
It can't be biased.
Hey you, what's your name? Push girl? You mean your last name's not Zena? That makes me glad.
That's a great scene.
It's probably my favorite scene.
Absolutely.
It's because it's when you're sitting. You know, when I was recording it, I didn't know how great it was going to be. To be honest with you, I remember I got in my head a little bit. We did multiple takes, and I was like, man, I hope they picked the right take. I hope this buttons really well, you know. And then when time passed, and I sat down, and it came out, and I watched it. I was like, man, it's actually a really impactful scene, man. It really hit strong with like the music score and with the pacing and just stepping away from it for a while and coming back and watching it like clean slate. It was just it played really well.
It was very intense. Like the whole entire fight scene from the beginning all the way to the end. Like, is he gonna kill his own son? So it was definitely very good. So, ooh, awesome. Hey, I think we're ready for that. I think we're ready for the raffle.
Let's do it, man. We're ready to make somebody a winner here.
All right. Well, I think we got 5 participants, right? We got 5. However, only one person can win. All right. Unfortunately, and fortunately. All right. Ready?
All right, here we go. Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
we're on here. Here we go.
Don't be mad at me, any of you. Don't be mad.
It just can't be Maggie. Because you already got one.
Last 3 digits, 385.
385. Is that you? All right. All right, man.
Sweet.
Awesome. Well,
So yeah, come see me after, man, at the table, and we'll hook it up for you.
All right. Well, hey, that's the end of this panel.
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait.
He's passed it on. Am I seeing what I'm seeing? What a gift. Wait, what? You have to go? Man, you blessed somebody else.
You are awesome.
What a gesture on
Thank
Easter,
you so
guys.
much. Awesome.
Wow, my man.
All right. All right, man. Have a good one. Have a
Thank
good
you,
show.
brother.
We owe you. Awesome. All right, Nick. Well, hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Let's have a great day.
Appreciate you, bro.
Hopefully, we see you soon, right?
Hope so.
Multiple shows.
I hope
awesome.
so too, man.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for being here.
Bye.
Oh yeah. So that was a fun panel. Sounds like that's one of the day.